Dog the DM here, and I'm hoping everybody is doing extremely well this time of year, because I have another one. I have another brilliant idea. Now, I'm not sure if what I'm going to be talking about in at least today's top 13 list, YouTube is going to like me. I'm not sure if they're going to like me using the clips, so um, if this gets cut out weirdly, then you can blame YouTube on this. But I'm gonna try my best to um, work around with YouTube, see which clips that I can use as I'm describing this. But regardless, today's video I think is a special one because it's finally about time. I think I need to kind of stop talking about lost tapes. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to completely dump lost tapes. I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. But I've been getting a lot of things from different people that are saying that I milk the fucking franchise, and I'm like, I'm not milking anything. I'm literally not trying to milk it. But I'm also thinking, yeah, I do need to do something different this year. And I was going to do this in another video. I was going to talk about this show, but unfortunately, due to a previous episode not working out very well, I couldn't exactly talk about this show, but I think it's finally time I do talk about this show. The show's called Mountain Monsters. And if you don't know what Mountain Monsters is, it's basically a TV show on the Travel Channel where it's a group of West Virginian natives who go out and they hunt cryptids all over the Appalachian Mountains. The show itself, I just want to talk about the show before I get to the whole list, but you know what I mean. The show itself is I'm not gonna lie, it seems pretty fake. It seems pretty damn fake. But the quality, what makes this show so good is the fact that it's funny as hell. This show is absolutely hilarious to watch. And the theme song for this show is fucking awesome. I can't get enough of this theme. But the main gripe that I'm going to talk about today are the cryptids that they hunt. Now, they range from different states to different types. I mean, towards the later seasons of the show, it's gotten more of a Bigfoot kind of focus, because that seems to be their thing, is hunting down Bigfoots. But yeah, that's gonna be the gripe of this. And today I'm just gonna talk about the top 13 scariest mountain monsters, cryptids, I guess you could call it. It's a little hard to say that, but yeah. So let's just get this right out of the way. Like I said before, YouTube may not exactly like me using this show to address certain points during the episode or the series as a whole, because some cryptids do get a fair share of episode spotlights in other episodes. But a good majority of them are usually just there for the one episode, and that's really about it. So that's a big thing. And also, spoilers ahead. I mean, it's not big spoilers, but it's still spoilers as much as the show has any kind of like secretive stuff to it. But let's get right into this with number 13. Alright, 13th spot. And this is probably a monster that nobody in their right fucking minds probably remembers, because it's a season 1 cryptid. But the Grafton Monster, or or as I like to remind everybody, or how I remember this cryptid particularly, the Headless Horror. Now, the cryptid itself, and no, is not too scary. It's not much of a challenge for the Ames team to go out there um, to hunt this thing. But what makes this thing so scary and why it's even on the list to begin with is at one point in the episode, they're in the I think it's Trapper, Buck, and Huckleberry. They were interviewing a eyewitness who recently saw the Headless Horror near the wood line when he was hunting. And right as when they were, getting done with that particular part, then the creature actually comes out and starts hunting them.
Put a good light on him going across here, just like a...
Whoa.
What was that?
That's him. That's a damn grafted monster.
Listen, see if he gets closer.
He's right there.
In the daylight. He's not very far away.
He's right down in that hollow, isn't he? He just woke up for his night feeding. He's just letting us know that we're in his territory.
Well, he vocalized it very well.
Yes, he did, didn't he?
But we're not that smart. We're going after him, aren't we, Trapper?
You're damn right we're going after him with everything we got.
There's no doubt in my mind after that rumble that the grafted monster resides in these woods, and I want to hunt him.
Since I heard that even puts a little
Right.
more fear in me.
Does that make you nervous,
Oh,
dog?
I'm telling you, that thing got some wind
Makes
to
me
it.
nervous.
I tell you, that's the scariest sound I ever... I tell you, I'm just going to get out of here, I've had enough of that noise, If you get to hear a noise like that, I've had enough of that creature.
And to me personally, that is fucking terrifying. That is horrifying when you're just sitting there talking with an eyewitness, talking about said creature that comes out from the you're talking about one creature, then a couple seconds later, said creature is starting to wake up and is starting to stalk you. That, of all things, is absolutely creepy as all hell. That is terrifying to know that you're just interviewing somebody and the thing that they were talking about just comes out and says, "Hey, bro, what's up?" It's like, Jesus Christ. And it's like one of those like minor things in Mountain Monsters that actually kind of scared me. It really kind of scared me a little bit. So I was like, oh shit. It's like that oh shit moment. But other than that, the Headless Horror itself is just a meh creature. I mean, probably nobody remembers it. The thing that I just talked about is the only reason why I even remember this episode to begin with. But yeah, the grafted monster at number 13. Number 12. Oh boy, here we go. Devil dogs. Now, don't get me wrong. They're just wild dogs. I mean, this is one of the few times in Mountain Monsters themselves where they actually capture the creature. I think, like, a majority of the time, like, maybe, how do I put this? 80% of the time, all the creatures basically escape their traps. And that's usually what they do in the episode. They build a trap so that they can capture the creature and see and just prove that it's real. And there are only a very few set of times in this show where trapping the creature actually does happen. Even in the most recent season of this show, has a creature actually captured in the traps. Which I forgot to mention this in the intro. I'm sorry, I'm cutting this off just a little bit. But yeah, this series is still going on, so keep in mind that my list can change as time goes on. But for now, based on season 6 of this show, or season 7, I keep forgetting how many seasons of this show there are. This is how my ranking basically stands. So just keep that in mind, and leave your scariest down below as always. I'll probably say that again at the end, but I'm getting off track here. But back to Devil Dogs. So there's really nothing about Devil Dogs that makes them like scary. Like I said before with Grafton Monster. I mean, they do have a leader, like a female like alpha that basically is in charge of the subordinate males. Which I thought was really cool, and they didn't capture her. Obviously, they caught the subordinates in the cage.
Still, like a bat out of hell, and we bolted down out of the holler. Me and Wild Bill got ahead of the team. Come running down through there. Sure enough, the trap was off. Oh,
We got something.
We got something in the trap. Look.
Trap's
We
down.
got something. He's in there.
Be careful. Be careful.
Listen to him.
Listen.
Holy
Watch out, Trevor.
Let's check it out.
problem is we didn't put a damn window in it. Someone get around backside of it.
2, 3. Right there.
And I can see eyes coming. Yeah. It's
Bill's in a little bit of a bind here.
I think it's those wild dogs. Damn it. Well, we didn't catch the damn big white female devil dogs, but we caught 3 big black son of a bitches. If those wild dogs that Chula's seen, we just didn't get that big white one. I know there's more out there. I know there's at least 4 more out there, but we're gonna call animal control to take care of these.
What we got was part of the dogs that was running with that big alpha female devil dog is what Chula's Terry called it.
But I thought it was kind of cool that it's like the opposite kind of structure where there's a female leader controlling a bunch of males. That's kind of unique, especially in the animal world a little bit. I know a couple of species of animals that do this, but it's the first time I've seen a cryptid have that kind of thing, which I thought was unique. But the reason why this is scary, and this is why I said at the start of Devil Dogs that I was like, oh boy, here we go. Because this is going to happen a lot on this list. These things, I swear to God, a lot of the cryptids in this show also massacre a fuck ton of animals in a population. And I know this makes no sense whatsoever. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? How can you find so many of these things all in one spot? And yeah, Devil Dogs kind of start that trend of massacring things, because in the episode itself, the Ames team, when they're on their final hunt, find a massacred pile of coyotes.
Oh my God. Holy.
What in the hell happened here? Look here, Trapper.
What is it?
What the hell?
Yeah, I got one up here, Trap.
Pay attention, up there's one.
Pool right here, Trevor.
There's 5 of them laying here
Yeah,
dead.
5 here. We got 1, 2, 3.
Right there, look at that one. It's got its liver tore out.
Yeah.
There's another one, 8.
Unbelievable. I had never seen any carnage like that in my entire life. One of the coyotes we seen had its liver ripped right out.
Oh, that's just fresh. It happened just minutes ago.
That devil dog made short order of them. Whole pack of coyotes up there. Mangled, ripped up pretty bad. I mean, that devil dog, I mean, he is definitely vicious.
That farmer, that's exactly what he said. Killed those coyotes.
Massacre.
Very little blood. I mean, blood should be running down the stream here. Look at that one right there, right through the shoulder blades. 1 bite kill.
I've been in the woods ever since I was a little kid. You find dead animals here and there, but to walk upon the apex predator, a coyote in West Virginia, and you see 8 of them laying there dead where something's killed them, it's crazy.
And I know, like, this should be, like, a bad thing, like, yeah, it kind of is, because coyotes are, like, top predator around here, sadly. Not bears, coyotes. But, yeah, things that just massacre a shit ton of coyotes, it's like, oof. And this is just like, and I think they spot like maybe 20 of them all piled up, and it's like, Jesus Christ. So honestly, that's really why Devil Dogs gets it first, because they're the first cryptid in the show that honestly massacres the fuck ton of woodland creatures that we already know. Um, and I just like that unique structure of a pack, like that unique pack structure that they got. Number 11, the Ashman. Oh man, our first Bigfoot. And we already know that this one actually is kind of tragic when you really think about it. This is, I mean, basically the Ashman is a really beefed up Bigfoot. Like, imagine Bigfoot mixed with the devil monkey and then give that hybrid steroids. That's what the Ashman is. That's basically the Ashman in its entirety. It is just a buff ass Bigfoot. And the reason why it's number 11 on the list is this is how Huckleberry gets on the team. And to be frank with you, I really do like Huckleberry as a character or as a person himself. And to see Huckleberry actually get traumatized by this Bigfoot, his brother getting traumatized by this Bigfoot, and then him basically being, a joke at school for saying, hey, I seen a Bigfoot. It's like, god damn.
It started 46 years ago, 1969. We have a garden back here on top of the hill. We'd drive out here a couple times a week, help Grandpa hoe, pick weeds. Me and my brother, my mom, and my grandpa was back there. Well, this time we went back here on the hill of the garden. We're gonna pick beans. Well, we picked our bushel of beans, asked them if they needed anything else. They said, nah, go ahead and run around for a while. We both grabbed a tomato. I'll remember that because we was eating tomatoes. Thing to do. We worked our way out around this old horse trail. You get out there so far, it sort of drops off. Had saplings about 10 foot tall. And my brother throwed a rock over the hill. And all of a sudden, something was taking these saplings like it was really pissed off, and it was just beating these saplings back and forth. You could see the tops of them just being fraylaid from one side to the other. But we're watching this, and all of a sudden, this great big huge hand and forearm come up out of the tops of them brush and had a hold of this one tree right there. The forearm on this thing was that big around.
Wow, my gosh.
If this thing got a hold of your head, there is no doubt in my mind it'd squish you like a tomato.
Huckleberry doesn't impress easy. For him to be impressed by this creature's forearms, this thing must be massive.
It stepped up on this rock, and when it did, I got to see the shoulders. The shoulders was every bit this wide. And we pounded feet out of there. I mean, just as fast as we could run.
There is no doubt in my mind whatsoever that I seen a Bigfoot that day.
My grandpa told me that we should never talk about that. I wish to God I'd listened to him. People's been just downright mean. I mean, it's hard to talk about. I've been ridiculed. I've been thrown out of school. To this day, people will laugh at you. This thing damn near ruined my life. It ruined my brother. My brother will not talk whatever about this.
Wow.
It changed my life.
It's been 46 years since my encounter. There's not one day goes by that I don't think about this Bigfoot. He's in my head. I can't get him out. It's time to do this.
And that's basically how he joins the Ames team, is because of this encounter. And honestly, that's why the Ashman's even on the list, is just how it traumatized the living hell out of Huckleberry. And even when they were doing their night investigation on his farm, he was traumatized to even go out in those, like, a borderline that he would walk past in those woods, and then seeing the stones stacked up, which is the weirdest fucking Bigfoot sign I've ever seen. But yeah, it's just, ooh.
This right here is the farthest I've ever made it.
Is this where you and your brother was tossing the rocks over the hill?
Yeah. I've come to this point several times. If I stop, push me on through.
All right.
I've tried to go back here where I've seen this Bigfoot many times, but there's always this feeling on the back of my head that I'm being watched, I'm being followed.
Right up here. Step down on it. Oh my gosh.
Look at them. They're all over here. Look. We're into it now.
I've never seen anything like this.
I've only seen this in a book, and I'm telling you right now, it's not good.
We look over, and there's stacked rocks everywhere. It's like they strategically placed one on top of the other. There must be 10 piles of them. Look at this, Huck. It's shoved down into a tree, like into a stump. I'm a big man. I'm pretty strong. I couldn't pick some of those rocks up. Man, this is awesome. Kind of looks like Bigfoot sign, don't it?
Well, it's definitely a Bigfoot sign. Hell yes. They say they'll sit there and stack them in an orderly fashion. They'll spend all day sitting right there. Huck! He's sick. Get him to sit down right there.
Easy, buddy. Easy, buddy. You okay?
No, I'm sorry.
Ain't nothing to be
Can't
sorry
go
about.
on. I can't do it. Not tonight.
You don't have to. I've never seen this man cry. This man is the rock of this team. Seeing him like this breaks my heart.
So, honestly, that's really what, bothers me, is that, this traumatized Huckleberry. That's really what gets me with the Ashman. I mean, the Ashman itself is not genuinely too threatening, other than the fact that he's a beefy boy. It really is just the trauma that Huckleberry had to endure during his encounter, and especially after his encounter. Number 10. The Bear Beast. Oh, yes. Wild Bill's cryptid. And now, don't get me wrong, Wild Bill is probably the funniest fucking human being I have ever goddamn seen. But, aside from this point, his own Bear Beast. Now, this cryptid, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking horrifying. To know that this cryptid is, hunting black bears in his area, that's pretty fucking scary, to say the least. And the fact that Bill almost gets kicked off the team just because on the night investigation he really wants to go after and kill this thing, which I don't blame him for. I really don't blame him. If this thing is killing all of his black bears that he loves and hunts all the time, I would be pretty pissed too. So, regardless of all of that, the Bear Beast is pretty fucking scary. The look of the thing is genuinely horrifying, and let's face it, I'm just avoiding the horrifying truth of this. Yeah, and the entire episode itself is very controversial because somebody might have seen this or heard this already, but yeah, the Bear Beast itself was shot and actually killed. Now, myself, that's actually pretty good for the Ames team, is to actually just put down the fucking cryptid, because it's already doing more damage than it's doing, alive. It's doing way too much damage, so they had to put it out of its misery. Or otherwise, the team would have been in danger. The only problem with that is, for the episode's sake, they might have shot at a real black bear.
He's over there! He's in the bushes, guys! Where?
Right there, right there. Put some rounds in him. Put some rounds in him.
I got breast movement. I got breast.
Watch it. He's charging. Give it to him. Oh, I put 3 in him. I got 3 in him.
We bound to hit him.
Go easy, guys.
Right through there.
He's a tough son of a
Has to
bitch.
be some blood. Go right through there, Buck.
Yeah, he could be very mad now.
Look here.
Oh, we can track him, boys. We can track him.
Hey, I got blood!
Whoa, we got blood. Oh, yeah.
That's good
Look
blood,
here.
Trapper.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Look at that. He was right here when I hit him.
Yeah, take that, you sucker.
Look at all this blood, guys.
Take
I mean,
that,
there's a
you
pile of it.
Bear killing low life.
He's going downhill. He's going downhill.
He's going back to the stream, isn't he?
He's heading right that direction.
See
Here's
there's
more
blood
blood.
down there?
Yeah, look here.
Yeah. Get you some.
Look here. Here's some more. There's some more.
Look here. Here's where he hit the ground. Blood. There's where he hit the ground. But look right there.
Yeah.
Look at the
Yeah.
bubbles in it.
Hell yeah.
That's lung blood. He's a dead son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Darn it.
When you find air bubbles in blood, that's an indication of lung blood. Whenever you get lung blood, you got a dead animal. You catch a lung and that animal's dead before it even knows what happens.
Normally, you just go out to prove they exist. But when that son of a bitch circled around and turned on us, we had no other choice to drop him.
He got what he deserved.
He got bullied.
Hoorah!
I'd say him down the stream. I don't think he made it across that stream.
Oh, man, how's it water? You
Uh-uh.
probably
He's
hit in there,
fish
you
food
probably went
now.
down the stream.
Yeah,
You're right,
We
Trevor.
got him, though.
Yeah.
I tell you what I hope them black bear feed off of his ass.
Yeah.
That's what
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I want.
That was actually charging them. I'm not fucking joking. Like, that's probably why this episode is so controversial, is just because they might have actually shot at a real black bear rather than the bear beast itself. Which is what they actually said that they killed. But to be quite fair, for that, I'm going to agree with anybody who finds that. Yeah, you shouldn't be shooting a black bear. That is a little inhumane. But, if the team says otherwise, that it was something else, not a black bear, it was something else, I would be okay with this. But seeing how the show is, well, it's pretty obvious that it's fake. Yeah, this is harsh. This is even harsh to any of them. And this is probably why the show kind of declined from doing any other creatures or shooting the guns that they have. Because from that point on, I think the only other time shots were ever fired was from the Ames team themselves, not from anybody else, but from the Ames team themselves. The only other time that we've seen them shoot at something is probably the fire dragon in Pocahontas County. That's the only other time I've seen, like, shots fired. Any other time in this show, they have the guns, but they don't shoot anything. And that's probably why. This episode is probably why. And I'm not gonna argue against that. But regardless of that matter, if this thing was charging towards me, I'd probably piss myself. So that's why the Wild Bill's Bear Beast is at number 10. Number 9. Whew, and now we're getting into really weird territory. Sheepsquatch. Now, this thing is a legitimate cryptid. I'm not gonna lie. And holy shit, it is bizarre. And honestly, if we did a Lost Tapes episode involving Sheepsquatch, I absolutely would not mind it. I think this is a pretty badass cryptid that, Lost Tapes should talk about, because it's honestly pretty interesting. It's weird, but actually it's pretty fucking cool at the same time. So, I'll give the show some credit that they're actually using a legit cryptid here. And don't get me wrong, this cryptid does a lot of fucked up things in this episode. Like, it bashes through trees, its literal fucking piss gets in Trapper's eye.
He pissed up there. Why in the hell would he piss up there on that log? Ah! Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Get
Get down, Trapper, guys. Get to it. Watch this. What's wrong, Trapper?
Oh, my eyes.
Oh, man.
I can't open my eyes.
Trapper just went down. He's messed up. We don't know what happened to him.
Oh, my whole face is on fire.
You'll be all right?
How did it get you?
I looked up there at that piss and just one drop or two fell on my face.
Man, I don't know if this thing is spraying to mark its territory or if it's just spraying when it gets mad like a skunk would. But either way, it's nasty.
Oh, my face burns, Buck.
I know, buddy. You got water?
Yeah, get him washed out.
Ah, it's hurting bad.
I know, Trapper, I know. Trapper, take it easy, Trapper.
Oh man, it's burning up. You're burning.
I tried to open an eye.
Don't open them. Don't open. Just don't open them.
See if it clears up here in a minute.
We gotta find out what this is.
Suck it up, you son of a bitch, Trapper. Suck it up.
Come on.
Here you go.
I can't see a thing.
Give me your arm. Give me your arm.
I'm dead blind. Give me that one.
If you can open your eyes, you need to get water inside your eyes.
I can't open them. I can't keep them open. Can you lead me out of here?
Yeah, we can get you out of here.
The Sheepsquatch is bizarre, and the more we learn about this thing, the more bizarre it gets.
Yeah, it gets into Trapper's eye. Yeah. Rest in peace, Trapper. Rest in peace. Yeah, but it gets into his eye, and it burns his eye out for the rest of the night, so he literally have to stop the hunts afterwards. And right towards the final hunt, they almost get the Sheepsquatch into the trap, but then it says, hell nah, turns around, sees the four-wheeler going down the hill with Trapper and Huckleberry in there, and literally bashes his head through the fucking window, literally knocking these two out and bolting.
What the was that? Trapper and Huckleberry just hit something. We gotta get down there. That shit sound like a grenade went off. We gotta get down there now. What happened?
Hit something.
What happened?
the hell?
Trapper! Huckleberry!
Damn.
Trapper!
All right, Trapper, Huckleberry!
What happened? You okay, Huck? Trapper! Oh! What happened?
Arms, it.
No, we just seen you hit something.
We
That's
hit
all.
a damn truck. Look at the windshield.
Breathe.
Damn, Trapper.
You all right? Huckleberry, you all right?
They're discombobulated. They got their cage rattled.
He went that way. He went that way.
You go, 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 go!
We was right on the Sheepsquatch trail. I think that it got mad, it got irritated, and it turned. Instead of going to the trap, it went ahead and it just attacked them.
Come over that damn hill and just go wham.
You all right, Huckleberry? Look like you're about to puke.
Well, I swallowed my damn tobacco.
Is the light over there?
Yeah.
All right.
Jesus Christ, this thing's a badass. But at the same time, that's pretty fucking horrifying to know that just its piss can actually harm you so bad that you have to run away. Jesus Christ. I mean, I love this cryptid just on its own, and Mountain Monsters just pays tribute to that weird fucking cryptid known as Sheepsquatch. Number 8. Okay. Now, a lot of people are gonna get pissed at this one, because it's not actually what it's supposed to be. But the Snargaster. Yeah, the Snargaster is not exactly the horrifying, bird-looking motherfucker that has 8 billion tentacles coming out of its beak. No, this one's an actual pterosaur. It's a pterosaur. What?! Yes, it's an actual pterosaur. And not only that, but there's multiple. There's like at least 2 or 3 that are encountered in this entire episode. And that's what's so scary, is the fact that there's a literal pterosaur flying in West Virginia, and there's multiples of them. Good lord. And actually, this is the first time that during a final night hunt, the Ames team literally gives up. They literally cannot fight this motherfucker. They literally can't do it because it's up in the sky and everything. And they literally they can't handle it. Like at one point in the episode, they literally hide in a shack in the middle of the woods as the Snargaster is literally attacking the shack, trying to rip open the building to get inside to, eat them. And the Ames team literally, right after the Snargaster leaves them alone for a few seconds, they literally run the fuck away. They literally just quit right on the spot. And it's like, holy shit. It's like, god damn. When you know that your cryptid is so terrifying that it literally sends the entire team running for the hills, it's like, yeah, you're not fighting this thing. You're not going to do it. And that's why Snargaster gets number 8 on my list. Number 7. Oh boy, another episode that nobody remembers. But now we are getting into some more interesting shit. Mothman. Now this is the starting trend of cryptids actually gaining supernatural-like abilities. And what perfect way to start off this scariest list with fucking Mothman himself. And Mothman definitely delivers. And I do also want to mention that in this episode too, literally, this is like the first and only time that they discredit an eyewitness. Like, they literally give, like, an actual reasoning to an encounter, which is basically, yeah, just an owl on an old rickety bridge in the middle of nowhere. Which is actually kind of a small victory, I guess. I mean, this is the only time they discredit any eyewitness. Is the one guy with the rickety old bridge in the middle of nowhere. That's the only eyewitness that they say, yeah, no, that's not a Mothman. You probably just saw an owl. And I'm like, holy shit, there was actual thinking there. But regardless, the Mothman itself in this episode, yeah, I keep saying Owlman, but it's really Mothman. Wouldn't it be pretty cool if it was the Owlman? Holy shit. But, no, going back to Mothman. Mothman absolutely fucking delivers in the fact that if you stare at its glowing eyes, you're just, like, hypnotized. And literally, Buck turns around for a few seconds, sees the eyeballs, and just drops on the ground. And it's like, holy shit, what the hell?
Hold up, guys. Hold up.
What?
Did you guys see that? I seen something. I seen something right up there between the power line and the tree line.
I don't see anything, guys.
I don't know. There's like 2 red glowing things. You guys not see it?
No.
I don't know, guys. I know I seen something.
You're white as a sheet, Buck.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
You sure?
Yeah, fine.
Huh. Well, let's go ahead then. Go on.
All right.
Let's see.
Right over in here is about where we was at.
You don't see him now.
Quick, don't it?
Hang on a second.
Right through there.
Hang on a second.
Buck.
Buck!
Guys, he ain't faking.
Come
Come on, Buck. Let's get him rolled over there. That's right. Hang on now. Just lay there for a minute. All right. Hang on.
You okay, Buck?
Breathe easy. Breathe easy. You hit pretty hard.
What the hell happened to me?
You passed out.
Let me get up.
Set him up here.
Oh, hang on.
Stay right there. Here, I got you. Talk to me.
All
Talk
right.
to me.
Where's my flashlight?
We got it. We got all that stuff. We'll take care of you.
I have no clue what just happened to me. We walk into the woods, and then I'm just kind of dizzy, and the next thing I know, I open my eyes, and I'm on the ground looking up at Huckleberry and Jeff. And they told me that I passed out. I feel better. Stand up a little bit. I seen something strange. I don't remember really what's going on. I just feel a little weird. I don't know.
And I like the trap that they built for this, like a unique, like, big-ass metal bug zapper that they have going for it. But when the plan is executed to, get the creature to follow the flames, because they found out in the episode that it's attracted to fire. The mother humper decides, this ain't gonna play like you think it's gonna play out, and literally burns out all the fires like they're fucking nothing. And eventually, when the Ames team do try to push it into the trap, it does not even go in. It just flat out misses. And it's like, what? Like, what the hell is this? Like, Jesus. Yeah, sorry about that. So basically, the Mothman is probably the most bizarre iteration I have ever seen of it. But, yeah, this is why Mothman gets number 7 on my list. Number 6. The Black Wolf. Now, there's got to be some context behind this, because it only is happening for one episode, and then it never shows up again. Which kind of sucks. This sucks, because it's actually kind of interesting. Think of, Shawnee, of the Shawnee Grim Reaper, but it's basically a giant, big-ass black wolf. So, basically, this is the Shawnee version of the Hellhound, where it's basically, it finds a certain individual and literally takes their souls to the afterlife. But, and honestly, the roars from this fucking wolf are absolutely terrifying.
What the hell? Go on. Listen. What on earth is that?
Like, no joke, it actually sends shivers down my goddamn spine when I absolutely have to hear this thing. It's genuinely creepy. It's really creepy. But other than that, like, other than the unique context of the Shawnee shaman that basically died and turned into the Black Wolf, and this cryptid acting almost like a Grim Reaper to the Shawnee Indians, and basically that's what Jeff's heritage was, and that was actually kind of a scare in that entire season with, Jeff possibly dying, which is horrifying for me to even think about it, since in real life, Dropper's dead. I had to bring that up again. I'm sorry. It kind of hurts to know that the team leader of the Ames is no longer with us. It sucks. But back to my point with the Black Wolf, like, the entire season was building up to a fact that maybe Jeff was gonna die. And of course this doesn't happen, because they track down the wolf for one episode, and then they move on to Huckleberry's predator, which gives, like, even further no context as to what the hell it is. And, yeah, that's basically it. Like, the Black Wolf never shows up again. But other than that, it's fucking horrifying. If it were to continue on in this series, it would be pretty damn terrifying for me to even see it brought up again. Number 5. Alright, this number 5 spot is gonna be controversial, I feel, for the Mountain Monsters community. And it's the Skinwalkers. Now, the Skinwalkers in in the entire series have not been explained yet, like I said, due to Trapper's passing. In which, it's funny for me to even say it, but now the series has like this one season where they're following up on the Skinwalkers, and we almost get this reveal as to, okay, what are the next steps? Like, ooh, I really want to know how these things work. But then it goes on to the following season with, you know, the Wolves of West Virginia, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with that, but I'm like, at the same time, I want a goddamn explanation for the Skinwalkers. Because honestly, this is the first time they're getting introduced, and they're adding more lore to other cryptids that have already gotten their own spotlight on the series. Especially the Cherokee Devil and the Cherokee Death Cat. So it seems like these Skinwalkers are like based in Cherokee myth, which is absolutely not true. It really is not true. That's Skinwalkers are more of a western or more of a further out west kind of creature that natives would talk about, or in this case, not talk about, since these are the literal fucking devils of the native world. It's like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I mean, the what makes these things so terrifying is that it's just basically they're entirely unknown. They can seemingly disappear out of thin air. They move faster than any other member in the entire team could move. They have this weird thing with a torch that they always carry, which I thought that was weird. And the fact that they also, like how what Lost Tapes has always told us, they mimic voices of relatives to try to track you in so that they can eat your soul. It's that's pretty fucking terrifying. Also, the fact that they tortured Jeff again. It's like, good lord. I'm like, yeah, now Jeff got his tongue like cut out, and now he's spitting up blood. No thanks. So that's why, honestly, I mean, this one's really controversial because they're still not explained very well. But honestly, I think this is why they're at number 5, because they're still extremely unknown. We still don't know how these Skinwalkers work in this series. But again, like I said, that's why Skinwalkers are number 5 on my list. Number 4. Okay, for this next one, this is from the new season. The Smoke Wolves. 100%, and I say this all the time, these are what real motherfucking hellhounds are supposed to be like. Because they do have the Kentucky Hellhound in the series that's already pre-established, but that motherfucker is not a real hellhound. That's not a real hellhound. These guys are real hellhounds. Because they literally disappear out of thin air and leave a pile of like burnt ash wherever they just disappeared from, like true hellhounds. They have red glowing eyes. They literally hunt everything down, and genuinely they're the most horrifying things I have seen. And also, The only thing that literally stops these guys from attacking people is chains. The sound of chains. Which is kind of neat. That's kind of neat to really think about that. But, oh my god, yeah, already, for number 4, yeah, already these smoke wolves, 10 times better than the Kentucky Hellhound. They are 10 times scarier than the Kentucky Hellhound. I will guarantee you that if the Kentucky Hellhound versus the smoke wolves would absolutely destroy the shit out of this thing. Also, yeah, final episode of that season, they massacre a bunch of coyotes again.
Stay straight up down in here. Watch your butt. Holy hell! Damn the hell, look at that, there's bodies laying everywhere. What in the hell mutilated all them damn coyotes?
Me and Bill's working down that hill, and we look down, and it's the most shocking thing I ever seen.
That's what this damn noise was right here. Them sons of bitches getting ripped to hell and back.
These coyotes just got absolutely slaughtered.
Damn, look at this. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I'm like 23 or 24, Willie.
Hey, Buck.
Hold up, whoa. Yeah, go ahead, Willie.
Dude, there's been a coyote killing like you ain't never seen in your life.
What the hell?
You guys gotta get over and see this.
Damn, dude, hell.
Holy.
All right, dude, we're on our way.
Are you serious?
Man, you just heard it. Go.
What could have killed them coyotes?
These poor bastards never stood a chance, dude.
Hey.
They're right here they come. Get in there.
Hey.
Here we go. Here they are. There they are.
Right here.
You guys okay?
Hell yeah, we're okay. You guys gotta check this out.
These guys never had a chance.
You guys gotta take a look at this.
Daggone!
Son of a bitch.
We get over to these coyotes. I've never seen anything like this. They've been massacred.
Dude, this isn't a pack of coyotes. This is like 4 packs of coyotes.
Hell yeah.
Big bite marks taken out of them.
Nothing but blood and death.
Oh my God, this is unreal.
Something big attacked a whole pile of them.
What kind of monster could do this?
I think I know what it is. It's a smoke wolf.
But I think the tolls on this one are a lot higher. I think it was like 40, maybe 50 coyotes that they killed. And it's like, Jesus Christ. So it's like all these coyotes are just getting massacred by these literal hellhounds. And it's like, God damn. It's pretty fucking terrifying. And to say that the one guy who's trying to protect people with this scary looking wall is literally saying, don't go back there or you will die, I believe him. I 100% believe the look in his eye says, you will die if you step beyond that wall. It's like, I believe him. Like, for real, that's why smoke wolves are number 4, is because these ones are real hellhounds. And real hellhounds, to be quite frank with you, scare the shit out of me. Number 3. The Wild Woman. Now, the Wild Woman, I feel like is a mixed bag. Because it seems like the Wild Woman is like 2 different creatures of their own. The first one being the old blue abandoned house, where there's a little tiny closet where the spirit of the Wild Woman's like kids would stay in the closet and literally try to pray to their mother that the lights are out, because apparently when the Wild Woman was, an actual mother, she was fucking insane and absolutely hated sunlight or The sound of a bicycle bell going on and off all the time. And to be honest, she was pretty much a brutal ass, insane woman. And the closet was pretty fucking, it's pretty horrifying all on its own. Like the myth itself, like the background of the creature itself is terrifying. But when you're in there doing those things like the closet or Buck going out in the middle of the field and hitting the bicycle bell, that's pretty fucking horrifying. And it again, like I said, seems like two different entities. The first one being the blue house itself, where I think it's the spirit of the Wyatt woman and her dead kids are living inside of it. So you already got a ghost element with that. And then you have the creature itself, which is, it's like a typical werewolf, except the cries that it makes sound like a woman screaming. Now that, to me, on its own, that's pretty horrifying. But to know the fact that it's also a trapped spirit in a blue house that used to torture her own kids because the rambunctious things that they got into because they were kids. Jesus! Like, the Wyatt woman in itself is pretty fucking horrifying. And honestly, this is why the Wyatt woman's number 3 on my list. Number 2. Speaking of female ghosts, the Woman of the Woods. Yeah, I don't think the Ravenmocker holds a candle to what the fuck the Woman of the Woods is. And the Woman of the Woods is still not explained whatsoever. But every time I do revisit this show, I do go back to watch these episodes. And I mean, the whole season where it was focused on the Dark Forest was a bit much, to say the least, but that ending, the fucking final episode of that season, holy shit, where you actually physically see the Woman of the Woods.
What is this thing? I've never seen anything like this. Look at all the grapevine. Look at the big circle all the way around it. This tree stump. Big hollow tree stump right on top with a grapevine wrapped around it and moss right on top of it. I see something. Oh my gosh. I think that's the blood skull. Oh my God! That's the Woman of the Woods. That had to have been her. Oh my gosh. She was right there. Didn't look like she had any eyes. Oh my gosh. I can't slow down. I gotta move. I've never seen anything like that.
Oh my God. That's nightmare fuel. I'm not fucking kidding. This is pretty damn close to nightmare fuel, as nightmare fuel gets. Because not only do you have Buck running around in this maze of like weird thorns and vines with a shrine with a red skull on that. You also have Jeff who's getting a red skull getting pulled out of his nose by the rest of the team. It's what the fuck? That ending was a what the fuck moment. But to go back to the Woman of the Woods herself, it's terrifying to know that she's an unknown spirit, that basically whenever you meet her and she touches you, you're just dead. You're dead. And, she has, like, her own little den area where it's, like, she has, like, these weird stick-looking totems, which are just brought up again with, the Black Wolf. And it's genuinely, the Woman of the Woods is terrifying because she acts like a skinwalker, but she also acts like a legit ghost. Or like the Poltergeist in the Poltergeist episode for Lost Tapes. It's pretty fucking that's pretty fucking horrifying, to say the least. And especially when you finally get that reveal in the last episode. Ugh. No fucking thanks. No thank you. And so, yeah, that's why The Woman of the Woods is number 2 on my list. And the number 1 scariest mountain monsters cryptid is... Okay. The number 1 spot. Now, this cryptid traumatizes the entire team. And every time you hear the little red shed, you know shit is about to go down. And for those who know what I'm talking about the motherfucking Cherokee Devil. Oh, good lord. Already, like, when the Cherokee Devil was introduced, yeah, the myths were basically the entire time Trapper was saying, well, this is bullshit. How the fuck can something basically, hypnotize you and you just get amnesia for the rest of the time? Like, how the fuck does that happen? And, yeah, when that happens to Buck and he's in the little red shed, yeah, this is, it gets pretty, ominous at that point. Yeah, you knew shit was about to go down when Buck already got, hit pretty bad. And, of course, the Little Red Shed is its own basic entity, like it is with the Wild Woman, where there's, like, a mini Cherokee spirit that goes along with it, which I thought was pretty unique. But, honestly, then Huckleberry gets hit, but he never even sees it. So already, even when you don't see the creature, you can still get affected by the Cherokee Devil's possession. And I know it gets revealed much, much, much later on in the series, but then what the Cherokee Devil does to Huckleberry, where it sends him to, is what the fuck? Basically, the Cherokee Devil endures torture on the poor souls that it manages to, hit with amnesia. And it's like, what the fuck? That is, like, so weird. And not only that, but a good majority of the people that get hit by the Cherokee Devil basically disappear from the face of the earth. And if we know from much later on, I could comfortably say I know why they just don't exist anymore. It's because of the fucking Skinwalkers. That's why. Because the Skinwalkers are also accompanied with the Little Red Shed and the Cherokee Devil. That's why we get this extra little bit of information. But even Huckleberry gets, possessed, and thankfully the team finds him, just holding this random totem pole, naked. But, yeah, and then the fact that, Buck tries to go and face the Cherokee Devil himself, near the first trap, and actually beats him, by saying Onanastine, which means leave. That was pretty fucking powerful. That was a powerful fucking ending, to say the least. But it seems like, and I hate using this, it seems like the Little Red Shed and the Cherokee Devil are just the main pinnacles, or the main cryptid that the Ames team always has to face. Because every time, and I swear to God, every time the Little Red Shed is mentioned, you know shit's about to go down. It's basically like King Ghidorah. It's basically the King Ghidorah of the Ames team. It's like whenever the Little Red Shed, gets involved in the series, bad shit's about to go down. And that's pretty fucking awesome. And genuinely, the fact that this cryptid is so dangerous is pretty fucking scary. But it seems like, for the most part, the only way to really escape from it is to say that, or to be in a group. Because for some weird reason, the only time anybody sees this massive Bigfoot is when they're alone. Which is, questionable how it does that. But then again, with the Skinwalker influence, I think it's starting to slowly make a lot more sense that possibly the Cherokee Devil's not a Bigfoot at all, but an actual Skinwalker itself. Which I think that's an interesting theory to bring up, considering the Skinwalkers are also in there and they have ties to the Little Red Shed as well. But yeah, the Cherokee Devil is the scariest thing I've seen in fucking Mountain Monsters, and I can't get enough from this show, and I know I'm probably gonna have a lot of fans on this channel that not only do watch Lost Tapes, but on occasion, I think they turn on and watch Mountain Monsters. And like I said earlier before, comment down below. Let me know what your scariest cryptid from this show is. I mean, there's not a lot. I mean, there's a ton of cryptid, but genuinely, there's only a few that really scare either the Ames team themselves or like the actual audience of the show. And honestly, I'm still open to that. Let me know down in the comment down below. Just let me know what your scariest cryptid from this show is. But other than that, like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with Mountain Monsters or Lost Tapes or any sort of other shit content that I do. And until next time, guys, I am the DM.